Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It's great for us at Oxford Strategic Consulting to be here talking about the fantastic opportunities brought by Saudi Vision 2030, as our teams have been consulting and researching with the government and private sector on this project for the past year or so, as well as on other strategic opportunities for the private sector right across the GCC. And in fact, I have a very simple question in regard to opportunities for the private sector from Saudi Vision 2030, and it is this: are you a lion or a hyena? As you'll see in a moment, it's a very serious question which will make a huge difference to your business success. And don't worry, I'll explain in the next few minutes. But a big hint, the best is the lion. So, for a quick recap, Saudi Vision 2030, the brainchild of His Highness Mohammed bin Salman, aims to achieve some major shifts in Saudi's economy and society, from the predominance of the public sector into the private sector, from imports to self-reliance in key industries, from oil to other sectors, and from a dependence on migrant labour through to the development of Saudi human capital. And from our analysis, the vision and subsequent detail requires huge private sector growth in these industries, amongst others. So there are certainly huge opportunities, but to take advantage, we need to understand the process of the vision and its implementation. So first, we had the vision itself, which spelled out the broad direction and, if read carefully, suggested many areas of potential opportunity. Then we had the transformation plan, which was a lengthy set of programme objectives for government departments and ministries, and measures. Again, read carefully, this also begins to show enormous areas of opportunity for the private sector. More recently, we have the strategic objectives and vision realisation document, which gets into a lot more detail about what's going to happen, listing responsibilities and more detailed programme objectives. Arising from these and other documents, we're beginning to see tangible programmes being detailed with timings, costs and work plans. And these will lead to tenders being developed and RFPs being issued to the private sector, at which point we'll all be happy. But will we? Looked at a different way, by that time we're like a pack of hyenas, with everyone fighting for the scraps that are contained within tenders. And you can be sure that the departments will do whatever they can internally by that stage. So if the hyenas come in at that late stage, excuse me, where is the lion? Correct. He gets in at the kill early and gets the lion's share. So this is great in theory, but let's have a look at the real example of defence manufacturing. So Saudi says that half its military needs will be manufactured in Saudi and that Saudi companies will be supported to develop into new global leaders. That sounds like an opportunity for the private sector. Saudi currently spends around $56 billion, of which only $1 billion is spent in Saudi. And we estimate that around 190,000 people are employed meeting Saudi's military needs across the world, of whom only 4,000 are Saudis. The spend in Saudi will increase to 28.5 billion, spot the opportunity, with an increase in employment to 95,000 Saudis. To attract, retain and develop 95,000 experts in military manufacturing sounds like a major task, but on the other hand, Saudi's entire military manufacturing capability only needs to be as big as one of the major global companies in this sector. So how's this worked out so far? How has the private sector responded? So this is a classic response. XYZ Group, let's call it, has branded what it was doing anyway as Saudi Vision 2030. It's great to be aligned with the vision and to demonstrate that alignment, but this is fairly meaningless. It's not actually changed anything. This company was doing all this anyway. It's just rebranded itself as Saudi Vision 2030. Much more importantly, a new military manufacturing company has been set up, called SAMI. But sadly, not by the private sector. It's been created by the government itself as a government enterprise. And to be sure, there'll be many opportunities for private sector companies to bid for stuff, but the government has acted as the lion, with the private sector fighting for leftovers. And this is a pattern likely to be repeated, as here with hospitals, as the government gets fed up, waiting for the private sector to take the initiative and simply turns its operations into companies. All very well, I hear you say, but how? How can we become lions? Well, these are examples of what we at OSC do for ourselves and for our clients. First, you need information, and it won't be obvious. You'll need to read and analyse everything, especially in Arabic, and talk to lots of people. What are the main opportunities for you? What are the criteria and major objectives, for example, in Saudi employment? Who's deciding on projects? Who's doing the actual work? And who are the key decision makers? Secondly, you need to network to be in the discussion and to know, ideally personally, but at least via your network, the crucial committee leaders, programme managers, and what issues they face, such as having to report real progress to Mohammed bin Salman. And then, and most important, get on the inside track by working out how you can make a real contribution to these various experts. To these various objectives. You're the experts in your field, so how can you help the government with expertise, resources, experience, or data? Once you're well embedded and know what's really needed, then you can start to put forward early stage ideas. For example, right now the Tourism Board is trying to work out how to develop the sector and to employ nearly 1 million Saudis. The Job Creation Board is being formed and will be open to ideas and proposals, and the overall management of the vision through the Ministry of Economy and Planning is leading to the creation of numerous committees with private sector representation. At this early stage, everyone involved in Saudi Vision 2030 would welcome credible, well thought through and costed proposals which would support key goals in various sectors. This doesn't just have to be from massive multinationals. Oxford Strategic Consulting itself is a very small operation in terms of numbers, but we've been privileged to be involved in several great projects on the vision, based on proposals we've made, as well as simply in response to tenders. Of course, bidding regulations will often mean that the proposal will end up as an RFP, but you'll be in a commanding position to fight off the hyenas. And lastly, this project is transforming a whole country in one generation, so don't expect everything to be tidy and quick. Have patience, but definitely persevere. It will pay off. So in summary, Saudi Vision 2030 presents huge opportunities for your companies. You can either wait around till tenders are issued and then fight for the scraps with everyone else, or you can play a key role in the formulation and implementation of the transformation programme and make your own opportunities. Please let me know what you decide. And of course, we're pleased to help. Shukran jazilan, and thank you so much.